Glasshouse. Where's your head? Feel unprepared with no signs, but it'll be alright. You just gotta fight. What about things happen to the best of us? It seems like they should be blessed. They just might be angels here as guests, teaching us to be our best. When everything breaks at the seams and you feel like you're losing belief, but damn it, you just gotta stay strong. Rise up.
Howdy, it's Mike here, and I just came to do a oracle reading for you because Allie does them and I do them, and we both work in that energy. So it's daytime, it's my time. Not always. We share time. That's just like, it's the sun and the moon in us. Allie is the feminine, I am the masculine, and that's just who we are. But yeah, I wanted to hop on and do oracle reading and give that kind of more masculine perspective on things, because it's not as predominant in the reading scene, and there are some good dudes doing oracle readings. I can't remember their names right now, but they do good readings. The one guy, I think he's Australian, he uses Pokemon cards sometimes. It inspired me to use Pokemon cards too for a while. And it was a good energy to tap into, and it was really cool. But yeah, anyway, let's tap into what you need shined light on. That's going to be the center focus of this reading. The Three of Pentacles. So kind of that, just what's going on with your money, right? What's happening with your finances? Where is it funneling away from you and not into something that could help you create more abundance and security in your life? Yeah, like that's going to be the central focus of this reading, I guess. Hey, that's what we get. That's what we get. So this card it shows them weaving a tapestry and putting the pentacles on it, right? So where can you do that in your life? Where can you find something that can add abundance to your life slowly and surely, right? And securely, without you running out of money. Because if you're not paying attention to it, it's going to just run out eventually. Like, you know that, right? So let's, pardon me, habit, trying to stop it. It's one of my funnels that takes my pentacles away. I know that. So a supporting energy with this is the Five of Pentacles. Maybe just take a chill. Take a break. Really secure what you have, right? And find a way to weave it into the tapestry in a way that creates more, instead of taking away from as being the only means of it. There's lots of ways you can do that, right? You can turn a hobby into something that you try and make money at. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. It trickles in sometimes it doesn't, but it adds to that flow so that you're not just constantly stuck in this, feeling this need and this grind for it, right? Where it's constantly funneling away to support your coping mechanisms to continually grind with it. So maybe taking a slower approach to it and not needing as much of coping mechanisms. The less I use these, the more money I have, right? The longer they last. If I just willy-nilly with them, they're gone. And then it's expensive to get more. And like there's other ways to deal with that and to get nicotine, but ultimately, do you need it? Or can you find a way to adapt and cope? This is just my example, right? It doesn't have to be that. Whatever it is to you, whatever you're using to cope with the grind, that's the drain. That's where your pentacles are going. So the more you slow down with it and you're comfortable with it, the less you'll need to lean on those coping mechanisms, those things that you need, right? The only thing you really need is enough food to get through the day and water, which this is empty. I'm going to go fill it. Edit. Okay, the wolf is back. How can you balance your cups? How can you fill your cups? Are you doing it alone? Do you need other people to do it with you? Do you need support in your life? Do you need to make sure that you get up and go and fill up your water? I sure did. That's amazing. Oh, that was something I really needed in the moment. So yeah, just rest with it. Sit with it. This is the Hermit card. You don't have to be go all the time. That creates a drain on your finances because you have to support yourself while you're going all the time. We need rest time. We need recovery time. We need a home base. We need a place to stay that's comfortable. And then the more comfortable we are, the more secure we are, the more, there's too much shine on there. Yeah, you get it. The more our pentacles will be able to grow, right? The more we've added to that tapestry and we've planted those seeds, the more fruit will eventually come out of it. Pentacle energy is a slow energy. It's earth energy. You really need to handle your money from a grounded, centered point. I understand that greatly. I have ADHD, like, for sure. So impulse spending, stuff like that has been an issue in my life. And I've definitely, I think about the things I spend my money on. And people might think that I spend it frivolously, but there's a method to it now. It's not frivolous. It's not some impulse thought. That's like candy. Yeah. Okay. I impulse spend on candy and like sugary drinks, stuff like that. But not big things. Big things come from a centered place, because that's how we secure our pentacles. That's how we secure our abundance, is from a centered place, from a centered point, from a grounded state. When you can really sit and just feel reality. And let all these swords, this 9 of Swords, all these thoughts, all these stabs, all these opinions of others, all these external things that our brain creates scenarios for constantly, because it's a self-defense mechanism that's part of our bodies. That's why it grew to be so big, and we're still pretty squishy, right? We're good at running, we're good at fighting, we're good at thinking, and designing things and creating ideas and doing things in our own way and with our own spin on it. That's how we make magic, right? You have an idea and then you start to expand on that idea and you start to create it more, and you do all these little things that will just slowly make your life more you. And the more you sit in your life, the more you notice that abundance isn't just cash, right? Abundance is a feeling and a wholeness and knowing that like you'll make it through the day. That's truly being abundant. And lots of us are struggling with that and don't have the financial security to feel that. And I understand that. I'm not saying that that's not a reality for all of us, including me. But I'm just talking about where we should be going with it and what we should be thinking about and how we should be moving through it, because we weren't taught this stuff in school, right? Like we weren't really. It was, money was covered in like part of career and life management here in Alberta when I was in the early 2000s, when I was in high school. And it was like a lot of math and just like numbers. We didn't have someone to like really walk us through it, other than like however abundant our parents are, right? And lots of us didn't have that. I was fortunate to experience both, I think, because later in my life, yeah, we had a lot of abundance. And when I was in an earlier life, we had a lot of abundance, but it wasn't financial abundance. And it just, I think, helped me see it differently. And that helps me with it, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's about like a balance of things, right? This is a 3 of Cups. This is 3 ladies looking at the stars and just kind of envisioning what they can experience and what they can hold. That's why I love this deck. It always adds that light to a lot of cards which some people see as negative, like the 3 of Coins, which we started this reading with. But it shows it as that tapestry that you have to build, right? And you just have to live with it and experience it for as much time as it takes to come to a feeling of wholeness within yourself. I feel like since I took my QHHT session, now I have my physical body back, so I can do things that I used to be able to do, which is good. It's good for me, right? And that took a lot of healing and a lot of introspection, and like that was QHHT is a very specific healing modality, and dang, does it work. I'm trained to do it. I'm an intern in it, actually, and I've done it for someone, and it was a really wonderful experience for me, and I think for them. I should check in with them, actually, see if it's helping them with their feelings of abundance and feelings of pentacles. An energy that we need is a letting go of this 3 of Swords, this heartbreak energy, feeling like we're not worthy of it, or we don't deserve it, or blah, 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 blah. We can't have it. We come from a position that doesn't make it, like, whatever. Like, we need to let go of those thoughts, right? That's the mindset we need to bring to it. And it's not a mindset that we've been taught, because we've been shown all these like horror movies and scary things and war films and just news, and things have happened in the world and things have happened in our lives, and we have all this trauma, right? But like, yeah, we do. And we need to be able to look ourselves in the mirror and say, I love you and you're worthy. Like, me just saying that, I was saying that to you if you wanted and accept it, but you should be able to say it to you in the mirror and believe it. For sure. And go, I can do it. Like, whatever you need to do, make it silly, make it fun, just focus on that, like cognitive behavioral therapy, and adjusting your mindset, cleaning your mirror, so to speak. And especially if you've ever said negative things into your mirror, make sure that you like wipe it down, cleanse it, say positive things into your mirrors. I watched it. There's a YouTube video. If you look it up, there's like a mirror that this lady cried into for like 30 years after her husband died. She was a widow. And everybody who sat down in front of that mirror after began to cry. Like sob. That's the power of energy and just thought and intention, right? Like, mirrors can hold onto that. Just like art holds onto energy. Like, it's just a part of life. Whatever you put into something is what you get out of it. So balance those thoughts. If you have a negative thought, what's a positive solution to it, right? If you're like, I should do this thing, should is a word that's attached to shame, how can you change it to I want to do it? Which is a more positive way to say it, right? My therapist mentioned that. Shout out to my therapist. Really helped me, so I'm going to share it with you. I think it's an important part of this, right? It's about balancing those wolves inside us. We have a black wolf, we have a white wolf. We have to balance both of them. And I think that's the bridge. That's how you do it. Is you, I have these fear-based thoughts. What's a solution to it? How do I solve it? And then how can I master my energy, bring it into myself, and then be able to expand it and create what I need to create so that I can feel fulfilled. That's it. That's the message. Peace, love, and unicorns. Allie and Mike out.